Hey guys, it is December 2nd, so that means it's the second day of Vlogmas, and yes, I am wearing the same sweater that I wore yesterday because I washed my clothes and yet none of them are dry. So I just have to be an outfit repeater for the day. Also, I'm gonna go see Frozen 2 today, which I'm super excited about, and yeah, I did my bangs. Hopefully I don't look like too much of a mess, and I'm ready for the day. Also, I have a paper to write today as well, but it's just like the first draft, so I'm not going to worry too much about it. It's not due until next week, and yeah, so that's what we're going to work on today before work. And yeah, I mean, like, I don't really have anything else to say. I'm just super excited about Frozen. Like, Frozen 2 is just like one of my new favorite movies. It's so good, and I'm so excited that I get to see it again. And as many times as I really want to, as long as I can get to the movie theater. So I am over at the Dollar Tree, and they have a lot of really cool books, actually, surprisingly. Huh. They also have Dan and Foot Go Outside. I can't believe I spent like full price on that book. Could have gotten it for $1. Wow. Oh cool, look at it. They have American Panda up there. I might get that one. There's a bunch of books that I'm like, oh girl. I also have some in my hand. Look at that. Oh my goodness. So yeah, we'll see. Ooh, that one looks pretty good down there. I don't know if I've ever heard of those books, but I'm gonna look at them. There she is. Frozen 2. This is where I saw the first Frozen for the first time. And I took a picture. It was actually right over here. But right here's Frozen 2. Love it. Gorgeous. Okay, so we have quite a few things on the agenda to do. One of them being to open up the next window on my advent calendar. So it is day 2, which means I have to find number 2, and it's right here. Okay, let's open this sucker up. Okay, and this day, there's a picture of Sven. Aw, look at Sven, how cute. Also a snowflake. I think all of them are going to be snowflakes. Oh, but they're all different snowflakes. See, that's the one pattern. There's another pattern. Oh, how cute. Okay, so I went to the Dollar Tree today, and as you know, oh my god, look at my hair. It's my bangs. This is Vlogmas for you guys. High production value, quality, it's just all there. And it's what I'm bringing to the table for Vlogmas on BookTube. Like, you know, you're not gonna get this with anyone else's Vlogmas. I'm sorry. So like I said, I went to the Dollar Tree, but also I got some things in the mail, which is super exciting. So one of the things I got in the mail are some washi tapes. They're just like brown. I don't know. There's nothing really exciting about them. I'm just going to use them for my bullet journal. Also, I got something in the mail from Amazon, from my Amazon wish list, and I got it from Brophy. She's at Stardust Stories, and the note says, Allie, hope your holidays go well. Thanks for being such a joy. This is one of the superior Star Wars books, in my opinion. Love, Brophy. So there is the note, and Ahsoka, and this one is by E.K. Johnston. I've actually never read, well, that's a lie. I have read a book by E.K. Johnston. It was that one that it was like kind of like a Victorian era. I think it was Victorian era, but like dystopian, futuristic. sort of deal. I can't remember what it's called. I'll put like the cover like right here, I think. But I'm so excited to read this, and since Brophy gives it such high praise, I think it's gonna be really good. Okay, so like I said, I went to the Dollar Tree, and my Dollar Tree has a really good selection of books, surprisingly. The first book that I found, the cover is kind of damaged, but it's okay because I will fix it, and that is Mask of Shadows by Lindsay Miller. And I know that this book, I had an arc of this book, like an e-arc of it, like 2 years ago, and I never finished it because I'm just so bad at reading stuff on my phone. But I do remember liking what I read of this book. Oh, gender fluid. Okay, but gender fluid Sal wants nothing more than to escape the drudgery of life as a highway robber and get closer to the upper class and the nobles who destroyed her home. Okay, so gender fluid. I really enjoyed what I read of this book. It's very similar to Throne of Glass, like very, very similar. It'll be nicer to have a physical copy, and I will fix this cover because it is trashed. Like, and it's not like it's unsavable. It's definitely like I could fix it, so I'm not too worried about it. And then I picked up American Panda by Gloria Chow, and this is another book that has an e-arc, and I could not finish it because, like I said, I'm really bad at reading ebooks. I really enjoyed what I read of this book on my phone, and I feel like it's a book that I can really, really enjoy, so I'm super excited to get to this one as well. So the next one is Still Life with Tornado by A.S. King, and I know that I follow a couple of people who like A.S. King books. I'm not sure if either of them have read this one in particular, but I know that Books with Lala, she really likes A.S. King, or at least some of A.S. King's books. But I don't think I've ever heard her talk about this particular one, so I'm super excited to get into this one because I don't really think I've ever had an A.S. King book on my TBR before, so it'll be exciting, and I'm glad I found this one at the Dollar Tree. And the last one is one I'm not super sure about, but like it's the Dollar Tree, so everything's $1, and I was just like, you know what, just like try it out, you know, and you never know. This is a semi-definitive list of worst nightmares by Crystal Sutherland. I've seen the cover a couple of times, but I don't really know if people like it or dislike it. But I'll be intrigued to read it just to see kind of like what I think of this book. And I really like the cover though. The cover is super cute and it has a black cat on it, so I'm kind of down. I have more to talk about, surprisingly, because I did finish a book today. Like, that's crazy, right? Like, you would never have thought that I would finish a book. So I've been reading this book ever since it came out, literally ever since it came out, so like since September, and I finally finished it. And it's Capturing the Devil. I was about to say Escaping from Houdini. It's Capturing the Devil by Carrie Maniscalco. I gave it a 5 out of 5 stars. It's literally my new favorite book. It's so good. I typically don't put sequels or anything on my like favorites of the year list, but this one might have to break that because I loved it so much. It was so good. And Audrey Rose, Thomas Cresswell, oh my gosh. Audrey Rose was such a badass in this book. Like, she's a badass in all of the books, like, don't get me wrong. But in this book in particular, she was a legitimate badass. Like, the most badass bitch ever. But holy crap. Holy moly. This book is so good. It's the best conclusion to a series that I've read in such a long freaking time. I cried in Starbucks, like, reading this book. I'm like gonna cry right now. Oh, I'm gonna cry right now because I love this book. Because I love this series so much, and I can't believe it's over. Oh my gosh, I can't do this. Sorry that I'm crying on the second day of Vlogmas. That's just how it is on this channel. You're gonna see me cry. It's like seriously so good. I can't even, like, I can't believe that it's over. Did you hear that? I'm gonna just say it without crying. This book and this series means so much to me. I love Carrie Maniscalco. I love her writing and the way that she's been able to create such an intriguing world out of these historical events. And like, something I love about historical fiction is when the author puts an author's note at the end or even the beginning of a book and kind of explains like what is historically accurate, what isn't historically accurate, why they made these changes. I know that the And I Darken series, like after every book, there is an author's note like where Kirsten White talks about why she changed what she changed within the history and like why she kept some things the same and some things different. And I love that Carrie Maniscalco does this as well. It really shows the level of care and research that has gone into this series, and especially this book. It's so interesting. Like, you know, it's set in Chicago. It's about H.H. Holmes and, you know, the Devil in the White City. She even mentions that book at the end of her author's note, which is so cool, and I really want to read that book so bad because I've heard so many good things about it. I give it really high praise because I just love it so much, and this was such a great conclusion. It was just so amazing. Okay, so now that I'm done crying about that, let's talk about Frozen 2. I feel like we're just gonna talk about shit today. I went to go see Frozen 2 for the second time. It was amazing. Like, literally, there were so many little details that, like, I didn't notice before and that, you know, I could kind of, like, understand in, like, a bigger context. I feel like the first time I saw it, it was amazing. It was breathtaking, but there felt like there was a lot of, like, not necessarily plot holes, just, like, some weird plot development sort of issues. But then watching it for the second time, I feel like it's easier to understand the scope of the plot and everything that's going on. I do agree that the plot is really messy and that there's a lot of stuff going on and they're trying to do so many different things. However, I don't think that it's as bad as some people are making it out to be. I actually think it makes way more sense after you've seen it at least twice. Like, I feel like the first time you see it, you're kind of you don't really know what to expect, you're not really sure what's going on, but then after you've seen it, and then you see it again, it's like you kind of can start to piece things together, see where the threads are leading to, and it makes a lot more sense. At least in my opinion. I don't know if anyone else has seen it multiple times yet and can agree with that or disagree with that, but I felt like it made way more sense the second time around, because I knew what these things meant before they were revealed. You know what I mean? So it didn't seem as messy, which I guess, like, is that a good thing? Is that a bad thing? I don't know. You can be the judge. But I felt like a lot of the quote-unquote plot holes weren't actually plot holes. It was just, you know, the complex storytelling that was going on. It's way more complex than the first movie. The first movie is like freaking checkers. The second movie is chess. So it's just like, it's very complicated. I wish that like the Frozen Tumblr fandom was as big as it used to be for this movie, because like we would be having a field day. Oh my gosh, with all of like the headcanons and like the new information that has been made canon and so many things that like we got wrong. But yeah, I'm really enjoying it. I love the music, everything about it is just so fantastic. Really the only drawback for me is that there's no Hans. I'm such a huge fan of Hans. Not really. I feel like some people misunderstand me when I'm like, oh, I love Hans. It's not really because of who he is in the movie. It's because of the headcanons, like the beautifully intricate and complex and deep headcanons that the Frozen fandom has come up with for Hans. Like, it's all of his backstory that we've come up with as like a collective. I've actually like written fan fiction about Hans and his backstory and like kind of like even like the aftermath of what happens after the first Frozen movie, and it's just so much fun because he's such a complex and interesting character to delve into. Okay, I don't really think I have anything else to say for this day of Vlogmas, but this is definitely going to be a bit longer of a vlog compared to yesterday. I didn't think I was going to have too much to say, but I guess I was wrong. Anyway, I hope you guys enjoyed this Vlogmas day 2. And yeah, I'm really enjoying doing Vlogmas. I didn't think I was going to like it, but I'm really liking it, so that's good. Anyway, hope you guys enjoyed this video, and I will see you all tomorrow. Bye!